Hello, everybody out there. It is 12 noon, and you know what time it is? It's the Disney News Weekly Recap. As we're fixing everything here, we're just getting started. Yes, started we are. And we're just getting started. So hopefully everybody's has had a great weekend so far, and that's what really matters. That your weekend and your whole week has gone good, and if it hasn't, let's hope that you have a better next week. Because it's Sunday, the day of renewal, the day of going on another into the next week, and this is the Detroit Disney Duo. I'm Sean, and before we all get started here, before we get the ball rolling, if you could help us and mash that subscribe button, which really helps us out quite a bit. If by supporting our channel, just a simple task of hitting the subscribe button helps us out a long ways, and it's really appreciative to show your support. So with that said, we don't have any ads, no ads, nothing. So today we started on time, no qualms there, and it's been a great week here in Detroit, and just watching all the live streams of all the different streamers. It's been really great. So the biggest news of the week, which is the saddest news actually, is the passing of Regis Philbin. Regis Philbin was a host on ABC, which was owned by Disney. He was America's grandfather of sorts. He was the guy. Well, I remember him when he was older, I guess, in his older ages, like a lot of people. He was America's dad almost. I don't know if he claimed the dad, but you know what I'm saying. He was the guy behind the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. He also had the morning show, Regis and Kelly. Accordingly, Regis walked every day to the studio right there in New York. And so it's kind of it's sad to see the news that people that we really liked on TV pass away, and that's it's saddening to hear about that. Condolences to the Philbin family. So that was the biggest news of the week. So so here's some other thing that's going on. Let's see here. There is an article here about the Splash Mountain, as we already know, is going to be getting a makeover, a Princess and the Frog makeover. That news has come out weeks ago, and everybody who's visiting has been buying up. Everybody who's been going to the parks have been buying up all the Splash Mountain memorabilia at the Splash Mountain store. So much of it that they had to create a virtual queue just for the gift store. Unbelievable. So I don't know why this is still big news, but it is. Not everybody is paying attention. So that's still big news. I have yet to watch Princess and the Frog. That's going to be on my it's on the top of my bucket list to do. We have to go watch that, the Princess and the Frog. I think there was a This is all what I've collected on Facebook, by the way. The new Tower of Terror mini ears just dropped. I like mini ears. I'm a guy, but I like the mini ears. I like the mini ears. They look fashionable. They have great designs, and but the thing about the mini ears, well, this design looks like something that they would have. One of the when you go to the Tower of Terror, right, and you go in, and then the staff meets you, and they look like you're at a hotel, and they have the bellhop hats, right, or I don't know what they call those. That's what I'm calling them for right now. The hat that the bell, the people with the hat that they wear. So that's exactly how the mini ears look. Dead on. You look you're like staff of the ride. So I think it's ingenious. Every month or so, Disney comes out with a whole new, like a whole new group of a whole new lineup of mouse ears and Loungefly backpacks and cups and a whole new lineup of merchandise that has a new design, right? And it's interesting to me how they continually churn out new merchandise almost on a monthly basis that has a whole new theme. That was my word that I was looking for. Themed. The themes change all the time, and it drives people to come back because they're collecting all of the ears, all of the. I mean, Resort TV One Jenna has like over 100 and something pairs of ears, and there's other people that have probably even more, right? Because every month there have more ears that are added to the collection of ears at the Disney store. And along with the ears, they have matching Loungefly gear, and they have the backpacks, and they have the wallets, and they have, you name it, dishes maybe, or towels, or whatever it is that they're making with that. It's a whole line of that themed stuff, and it drives people to buy them because they're collecting them and they want to keep up with whatever the newest is. They gotcha. But why is it that no, they don't have any things for men? There's no manly things. It's like they think that a guy wouldn't want to have something that's really cool from the from the Tower of Terror, for instance. I don't know. I want to have a nice looking wallet that looks kind of cool. I want, look, they just come out with a lineup that had like the child on it, Baby Yoda. I want the Baby Yoda wallet. I want that. I want my Baby Yoda wallet. He looks so cute. I'm just saying, I want that. But I don't know if you can have a Baby Yoda wallet. I have to, and if I want a backpack, I have to wear the Loungefly backpack. I don't own a Loungefly backpack. I'm a big guy. A Loungefly backpack made for the ladies looks so small on my back. It would only hold. Anyways, you get my drift. It's not geared for the guys. But it could be. Loungefly, if you're listening, make things for guys at the Disney store. And they will buy the stuff because we like them too. Okay, enough of that. Because because we love the stuff too. So yeah, let's go on to some more stuff, because that's what I like to do. There was unbelievable. Oh wait. Let me go back here. Disneyland Resort confirms that the Oogie Boogie Bash will not happen in 2020. No Oogie Boogie Bash for Disneyland Resort in 2020. I'm not surprised because they've already said that there's going to be no, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party going on in Walt Disney World. Why would they have the Oogie Boogie Bash in 2020 at Disneyland? I mean, it's not, I mean, it's news, but I'm not like, whoa, surprising. In big news, we were all expecting the release of Mulan. To where was the question, though? Since all of the movie theaters are still kind of closed, the AMC, I don't even remember if the AMC is even open anywhere. If they open up theaters, I don't think they have, that I remember. And so Disney has pushed back indefinitely the release of Mulan. Now, I have in the future, I mean in the past, in the future, I feel like I'm back to the future anyways. I have in the past stated that I believe that they should have a section of Disney Plus where they could release brand new movie films that for a short period of time that would have to be pay-per-view beyond the price of Disney Plus's plan. For instance, if you have a new movie like Mulan and it goes to Disney Plus, it would be a movie that you would have to pay an additional cost to go see it. Maybe like $9, maybe, some minimal cost, maybe $5, something between $5 and $10 to rent that for a short period of time, maybe for the weekend or something, 3 days or whatever, how long they would allow you to have it. That way you would pay and they would get money for it and you could watch it. Pay-per-view for maybe the first couple of months that it's available. I'm certain that people would pay this. Now, I do know that some people don't like that idea, that they want to have everything available to them in Disney Plus and nothing should be pay-per-view, like sectioned off. I'm fine with that too. I mean, that would be great. But at the same time, I think that they need to make money. And it is true that they would make more money, right? If they just waited, like they're going to probably do anyways. They're going to wait indefinitely to release it. Just like they announced that they're going to put off Lucasfilms. I don't know. Supposedly the Mandalorian is coming out. They probably already filmed all of that before the before the virus of COVID came around. That's the best. This is the best coffee. So they probably already filmed The Mandalorian before The Mandalorian was before the pandemic started. And whatever else they have going, I'm sure everything's just on hold. And that's just the way it's going to be for now, unfortunately. So it starting July the 24th, that was 2 days ago. Rise of the Resistance virtual queue times shift to 10 a.m. in the morning and 2 p.m. in the afternoon, What does that mean? Well, they have announced that in the beginning, starting on the 24th, the guests visiting Disney's Hollywood studios would have an opportunity to join the virtual queue of Star Wars Rise of the Resistance at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. The 10 and 2 p.m. releases are a shift away from the original virtual queue times of 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. that the park reopened with the previous Wednesday. So originally they had 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. and now it's only 2. From 3 to 2. So 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. That's it. That's the virtual queue times that they have for Star Wars Rise of the Resistance. Why are they scaling it back? Maybe because it's taking much longer for them to clean in between, or that the line of the queue, they fill it up and then they redo it again 2 o'clock, instead of 3 times. And maybe they found out that 3 times it just wasn't possible to do 3 times. But how I see it, you're getting to go on the ride. Patience. Patience is a virtual. Yeah. My worst Yoda voice. So they say patience is a virtual thing. Yeah. So anyways, let's see here. What else is happening? So we talked last week about Primeval Whirl is kind of gone, and now it isn't just being closed. They started to remove things like the Primeval Whirl cars off the track. Wah, 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 wah. It's really sad the cars are not on the track anymore. I think as the weeks progress, the track is probably going to be, being removed. You'll probably, I'm suspecting within the next few weeks, you'll see the scrim. They'll be covering the Primeval Whirl, and they'll be taking it down part by part. I don't think they're going to have a crane and just go, Interesting enough, and later on I have there's another story about something else they've been starting to ask about and take a questionnaire about, and there's some hints of that ride, So talking about Baby Yoda, they just released let's see here. It's a Baby Yoda shoulder plush. Now, if you remember, I have one. It's the little guy that sits. It's one of those Star Wars, the little small. A couple Star Wars ago, you had the little guy that going on your shoulder, and he could sit on your shoulder. They're doing that with Baby Yoda. I have to get one. I have to get one of these little Baby Yodas that sit on your shoulder. I mean, how else can I go out the day without having the Force on my shoulder, without having Baby Yoda on my shoulder? I can't. It will be the best companion ever. It will be. So I cannot wait to get the Baby Yoda shoulder plush. I'm gonna have to pre-order. I want to be one of the very first to get it. Well, I don't know if I'll be the first, but you know what I'm saying? I can't wait. I cannot wait. Hold up the production. I think, which would be the coolest thing, and now this is just my thought. You know how they used to have Banshees, and the Banshees would be on your shoulder? Why don't they have Baby Yodas like the Banshee? And he would open it, or you could have like the little controls, and he would like do little different things, and I think that would be really great. I mean, I'm just putting that out there. Disney, if you're listening, we need, like, instead of a Banshee on our shoulders, we need to have the Baby Yoda that will do things and make little noises. We need that one. Not just a plush. I want like a version that actually an interactive kind of version. That's what I want. You can sell it. People will buy it. People. You make it and they will buy. Let's see here. There's a new travel advisory to Florida. By the way, it's not New York. This time, it's Ohio. Of all places, it's going to be Ohio that doesn't want you to come to Disney World. Well, if you go to Florida, you'll have to come back you'll have to come back there and let's see what it says. Let me read it. Right off the Disney Food Blog. Ohio's issued a new advisory for travelers coming from Florida. You'll have to have let's see here. And they say that you'll have to quarantine for 2 weeks. It doesn't say anything about there's no fines in place like Florida. New York. If you come back and you try to get around it, they'll figure it out, and then they're going to fine you $2,000. Yeah. This week, there was a woman who was arrested trying to bring guns and marijuana into Epcot. The story reads, and this is straight off from the Diz. A Georgia woman was arrested recently after Disney security guards at Epcot discovered 2 guns and a bag of marijuana in a diaper bag. The July 18th arrest shows that Unique Smith of 27 was visiting Walt Disney World with her 7-year-old son and her 7-month-old daughter and the baby's father. And during the normal screening process, Disney security found a semi-automatic 9mm handgun that was in plain view in the bag of marijuana in her diaper bag. Smith faces charges of carrying a concealed weapon and a possession of less than 20 grams of marijuana. Hey, if you're going to Disney World, don't bring your guns and marijuana. Just saying. It's not a good idea. Security will find it. Who the heck brings that kind of stuff to Disney World? I know things are hectic, man, but wow, that's crazy. That's why we have security. More or less for the guns. Less probably for the marijuana. So let's see here. Oh yeah. There is news that there's a new Baby Yoda photo pass op at Disney Hollywood Studios. This was on the food blog. They're everywhere. They get around. They do more than eating food. Just saying. They said that they heard rumblings of a new PhotoPass magic shot opportunity in Star Wars Galaxy Edge featuring Baby Yoda after citizens of Batuu about a certain child were pointed to a rock wall near a droid depot. And then near that rock was, yes, Baby Yoda at the rock. You could get a photo with Baby Yoda. That's pretty exciting to me to have a photo opportunity with Baby Yoda. How often does that happen? I think that's pretty cool. If you've done that, post your pictures on Instagram. We want to see them. I'm gonna have to go check it out. I'm wondering, if people have them posted on Instagram. I'm gonna have to search for this photo op. I just see how it looks. That is pretty sweet. So yeah, the new Baby Yoda photo pass in Disney Hollywood Studios. I bet the line is pretty long. It's one popular child. I mean, stardom right out of the gate. You know what I'm saying? So let's see here in the news. We have, here's some other news that I gathered. Disney, in the fray of all the companies that are no longer going to be advertising on Facebook, Disney has joined the fray, and they have said nay to ads on Facebook. So yeah, I don't know. I get a lot of stuff on Facebook because I follow a lot of Disney stuff, and but I'm not unhappy that I'm not going to get Disney ads, you know, on Facebook. I mean, as sponsored ads. I already know what they want to sell me because I get them emailed to me because I'm a pass holder and all that other stuff. Here's big news for those of you who may have Disney stock, because the stock price was super low and a lot of people have been buying Disney stock right now. If you want to know about Disney stock and investing, Dole Whip Dad has a channel specifically to investing, and he does talk about Disney stocks. The investors are saying that Disney is great for the long-term gain. That's positive. Buy now, gain later. In more news, the Disney changes shows to sidestep the Actors Union. I was listening to a late night stream yesterday where they were talking about this, how the Disney has changed some of the characters out, changed the show quite a bit. That the Actors Union was involved in. I don't know the names of the shows off the top of my head, but they changed it so the actors would no longer be involved in it. So instead of using scabs, they're just like deleting things, changing the shows while they trying to iron things out with the Actors Union. The Actors Union, by the way, is asking for things like COVID testing constantly. I mean, they're asking for a lot of safety precautions. I don't blame them, and I'm behind them 100%. I think I don't know why. I don't know why they're getting a hard time from Disney. But that's the life of unions and corporations. The big news this last week has been that you cannot walk around Disney while drinking your Coke or eating your food at the Epcot World Showcase, where the Food and Wine Festival is on. Actually, I think it's a combination of two festivals, if I'm not mistaken. Flower and Garden Food and Wine. I don't know what they call that. But you have to perch a seat somewhere and eat while you're stationary. Makes sense. That way that your mask is on while you're walking around. People were abusing this. Disney is not going to let you abuse the policies and pretend that you're drinking and eating constantly, or just eat and drink constantly just so you can have your mask off while walking around. And I think a lot of people, I think it came from people just complaining about it, that people were just doing that just to do it. So if you don't follow the rules, Disney is going to close the loopholes, or they're going to make things harder, or they're gonna bring the hatchet down more. That's just the way it is. The guests control what happens. If you are a cruiser of Disney Cruises, there are not going to be any cruises that are going to be going until after September 30th, and I would suspect that's probably going to be pushed out even further into 2021. I mean, that's just probably what's going to happen. I suspect that it's going to be a long time until you're going to be able to set foot on a cruise. I have seen photos of all the cruise ships on one back of the port, which is kind of I mean, I feel it's almost like the U.S. Navy. You know how they put all the ships in one shipyard, and then you can get a fantastic photo of them. And that's what somebody did. That was really, really great. Here's a story that was just hot off the press. July the 10th. The NBA reveals Disney World's perks. This is pretty old. What the heck? The perks players can experience in the Orlando bubble. I thought that was interesting because they have perks. You know, they're NBA guys. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have the perks. The NBA made certain Disney World attractions and experiences available to players that are living in the Orlando bubble ahead of the league's resumption to play, which they're already playing, by the way. Players will have special after-hours access to some of the more popular rides like Expedition Everest at the Animal Kingdom, Rock and Roller Coaster, Hollywood Studios Test Track at Epcot, along with golf courses and fishing trips. When I say fishing trips, I think of like Charles Barkley on a boat out there fishing. That's just a joke. Yeah, so I guess other things they could do is they could go bowling at Splitsville Lanes. Will be available 2 to 3 times a week. Players' lounges will include pool tables, table tennis, video games, swimming pools, tennis courts, and bikes. I wonder if they're doing any slow rolls around the Magic Kingdom. I'm just asking questions. Here's a story about the grievance of the looms that with the Disney Actors Union. As Walt Disney and the Actors Equity Association prepare to discuss grievances filed by the union, Disney finds a way to step around the absent performers. The Actors Equity represents 750 Walt Disney World, including those who sing in The Beauty and the Beast live on stage, Finding Nemo, the musical, and the Hoop-Dee-Doo Revue. The union has been pressing Disney to provide COVID testing for performers, and Disney said it is confident in the safety protocols already in place. The new version, they have a new version called the Feathered Friends in Flight. As seen on the video online, the Disney employees who identified as part of the team of the animal behavior specialists now hosts the show with a colleague. So there was a big write up about all the different shows and how they're being changed and stuff like that. There is new news that is out about Disney World has a new ticket offer for Florida residents. The new Flex ticket starts at $130 for a 2-day ticket that can be used on dates through September. The regular theme park for Florida residents costs about $109 a day. For an additional cost, the Flex ticket is also offered as a 3-day option for $174 and a 4-day option for $195, and a 3 and 4-day tickets valid through July the 22nd through November the 20th and November 29th and December 18th. So two date ranges. Maybe I said that those date ranges wrong. It's July the 22nd through November the 20th, and then the November the 29th through December the 18th is when these Flex tickets can be used. I don't know why they're doing Flex tickets when they're limiting the people that were going into the parks already. That doesn't make any sense to me, really, to be honest, but I mean, it is what it is. Yeah. Disney's Wine and Dine Half Marathon weekend will go virtual. The race, which was to take place on November the 5th and through the 8th of Disney World, will transition to a virtual race. All registered participants have the option of getting a full refund and converting the registration to a virtual race. Emails with instructions about options will be sent on July the 23rd, which already passed. Those who participate in the virtual race will receive a t-shirt, a medallion for each distance they complete, digital finisher certificates, and a digital goodie bag. If you did not know, Disney has a lot of virtual races. Basically, you run at home instead of coming to the marathon, and you report back. I think it's on the honor system, so don't cheat yourself. Only you and somebody else will know. So don't do it. Earlier, I was talking about how the Princess and the Frog and the Splash Mountain and changing of things in Disney World. Well, now they're asking questions of guest opinions about the Country Beer Jamboree. People have been posting these questionnaires that they receive onto Twitter. I don't know what the questions were. I'm surprised the food blog hasn't had an article about it. Maybe they have and I missed it. But now they're asking about the country beer jamboree. I don't know what could possibly go wrong about that. What could be the issue? I love those country beer jamboree beers. They're fun. It may be old. I don't. I mean, it's fun time, but maybe it's boring. I don't. You know. I think people sometimes just go to things and before the air conditioning. You know, maybe that's what it is. I don't know if that's in the checklist. I mean, why do you go there? A, I like the Bears. B, air conditioning. No, but I go there because I like the show, and also you get to be in the cold. But in the Hall of Presidents, I mean, it's an interesting show. You get to learn about history. You get to learn about the presidents. Some you may or may not like. It's a historical thing, but it's in air conditioning. People go to shows inside to get out of the heat. And they watch shows that they may not have wanted to watch before, that they may not have been interested in, but they become like things that they like. I hope they don't get rid of the country beer jamborees. I hope they don't change it. Oh, I don't think that anybody would be offended by it. I hope that's not what the issue is. Yeah, that's interesting stuff. Very, very interesting. Just saying. Going back to Facebook, seeing what else is there. Interesting thing is Tokyo Disney resorts are having an annual pass lottery. Now, I haven't read about this, but I'm going to right now because that seems very interesting to me. when I looked at it the first time, how to enter the Tokyo Disney Resort Annual Passport Lottery. Let me just say this part. And this is, I'm not even going to read this entire thing, but anyways, it's about a annual passport lottery. I don't know if this is new or not, where you have to enter a lottery to get an annual pass. That's what I'm getting out of it. I could be wrong. But my thing is this, right? What if they went to a lottery where everybody was not able to get an annual pass and they were like, you have to enter the lottery to get a valid annual pass? What if? That would be bonker nuts and people in America would go crazy. Then it would be like, it's not guaranteed that I can get an annual pass anymore. I have to get the lottery. Or would they do that lottery just to Florida residents? Cut down on how many Florida residents can have an annual pass. And you'd have to get into the lottery pool to get the, to get the annual pass. I don't know that United States Walt Disney World would do that. I think there's a lot of people who live nearby who like to go to it. But I think if you're cutting down, if you're finding another way to cut down on the number of people entering the park, then and the number of annual pass holders that you have, that's what you do. But then again, the whole thought of the annual pass is that not everybody is going to be at the park every single day if they have an annual pass. And you'll get, let's say you have an annual pass and there's some blockout dates, of course. For most people, they're not going to get the platinum. But Disney is making a ton of money on annual passes. For those days that you don't show up, they're making money still off your pass, probably. And it's a good deal, right? But if it's still the probability that many people could utilize their annual pass and go. I'm just saying. So I don't know that they're going to do that ever here in the United States, but you never know. You never know, because we know that Asia, Tokyo, Shanghai, all those Disneylands over there are the test subject of what to probably maybe come. They are where they check things out first. So anyways, just putting that out there. There's been question about the Disney Food Blog about whether or not the Space 220, the restaurant that's supposed to be open in Epcot, is ever going to open up. It's going to be opened up by Mission Space by Mission Space in Epcot's Future World. I think that when things simmer down, first of all, I say simmer down. Here's what I'm saying. A lot of projects were put on hold at the beginning of the COVIDs, and now that Florida's kind of still having a huge problem, but things are still open, construction is still taking off. So I think if they had a plan to do something, if they paid for it mostly, it's going to continue on. I think if it's some things are not going to continue on, and I think some things are. For instance, Tron construction is still going on. There's an article here. It says the Tron Light Cycle Run construction charges on at the Magic Kingdom. Tron project basically is probably already paid for. It doesn't require any future money. It's a project that was already paid for. It's going to continue on. I'm just saying. So those things are good to know. Let's take a minute here and say, if you are watching the replay or live right now, if you really appreciate our channel and really like our channel and don't mind support, and if you'd like to support our channel, you could do such by making a small free donation of hitting the subscribe button. By hitting the subscribe button in the return, you get to know when we go live and get notifications about when new videos come out. Hit that subscribe button now. Thanks a lot for hitting the subscribe button. And now back. So anyways, so let's see here. Here's a list of everything that's coming out in Disney Plus in August. These are now coming out. Disney Food Blog has put this together, which is really, really awesome. I mean, I feel like I'm getting the email about everything that's coming out on Hulu, but it's everything that's coming out in Disney Plus in August. August the 7th, they have the premiere of Howard. It's a documentary that's heading our way about Howard. It's the lyricist Howard Ashman, who worked on songs from the classic Disney movies, including Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and The Little Mermaid. There's new episodes for the Muppets now. One Day at Disney, Disney's Family Sundays, and Pixar's in Real Life. New library titles of Hidden Kingdoms of China, Princess of Persia, and the Sands of Time, Star Wars Galaxy Edge, Adventures of Waits, the Peanuts movie, UFO Europe, The Untold Stories. It has $1 next to it. Maybe it costs $1. See, that's what I'm talking about. If the UFO Europe, The Untold Stories is $1. $1. See, maybe this is a test trial. I could be right. This could be happening. This is a test trial. If you will pay $1 to watch UFO Europe, The Untold Stories, as a new title in Disney Plus, then will you pay $5 for Mulan? See, it's happening already. I'm just saying. Maybe that's a typo. But it says $1 next to it. You know? Da, 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 da. UFO Europe. All right. So anyways, X-Men. On the 14th, they're going to have the Disney One and Only Ivan. New library titles, they're all $1. I don't know what these new library titles are. Alaska Animal Rescue, Ant-Man the Wasp, India's Wild Leopards, Jungle Animal Rescue, Nature Boom Time, Sam's Zookeeper Challenge, Scuba Sam's World, Spaced Out, Tots Calling All Tots, The Great Showman, Wild Cats of India, and Zombies too. August 21st, they're the Muppets Now. And new episodes of it. One Day at Disney, The Weird But True. New library titles, back to the Titanic. How can you go back to the Titanic if the Titanic is I don't know. Anyways, I want to know about what these library things are. I mean, I don't know what they are. I'm gonna have to research that now. They're all $1. It's like ordering from the dollar menu. Just saying. People are going to be really happy now. Starbucks Cafe reopens at Epcot with social distancing measures. I mean, people have to get their Starbucks. They get to the parks early. They got to get their coffee. They're late. They have to get their coffee. To keep on going. They need a lot of coffee to keep on going. It's something that people need to keep on going, and going and going. I mean, it's Starbucks coffee. I wonder how many people like the Starbucks coffee versus the other coffee vendor. For the life of me, I can't remember who it is. I think Disney should come out with its own coffee. That would be really kind of cool. Would you buy it? If Disney had their own coffee, would you buy their coffee? I bet you that would be a big hit. I mean, they could go with maybe they could grow their own beans. You could pass through the living land, and they could show you where they make the beans. And everybody turn to the right. This is where we make the coffee beans for the Walt Disney World. Right here to the right. There's the coffee beans. But anyways, yeah, I mean, it would be really kind of cool if they made their own coffee there. They sold it, and they made it, and they had their own coffee shop. That would be really kind of cool. I want to share the profit if that comes true. Then they would probably have to try to ban I don't know. Anyhow, we have about 9 minutes left, and I just wanted to say thank you for everybody who's come to this great stream or watched the replay of the Sunday weekly Disney News recap in the news. So you can watch your live streams all week long, and then come back here and discuss everything that goes on. Because that's what's great about having a show on Sundays at noon. We get to discuss all of the great things that have happened in the last week and go over them right here on the Detroit Disney Duos Disney News Weekly Recap. So let's go over it one more time. A last scanning of all the things that we have saved. And so I want to know what everybody's plans are. If they have any plans to go anywhere. That's plans. If plans to go back to Disney is really what I'm asking. When are you planning your next trip to Walt Disney World? Yeah, that's right. So that's really basically all we have for today. I appreciate everybody, and I've gone over our list, double check, triple check, quadruple check that we have. I've covered everything that I found. And I appreciate everybody showing up and everybody watching this on the replay. And I'll be looking forward to your comments. So for now, thanks for watching this week's Disney Weekly News Recap. For now, I say over